Hi, I'm Carl Danzer, representing Performance Accessories, here to talk to you today about MVONE. Very versatile adhesive for all your vinyl needs. We're going to talk about a couple installation methods. Key things here is we have two methods, whether you're doing a trowel on or whether you're doing a roll on. Key factors here, if you're troweling, any of your planks. So your LVT, won't have any of those types of products. Whereas rolling on, you're going to want to do for sheet. And key to that is the fact that you'll get a thinner rollout, you won't get any of those telegraphing lines, and you have the ability to just fully let it dry. Now, if you are troweling out for your plank, whether you have the correct trowel that you've already looked at the bucket to identify, or if you're not sure or you don't have the correct trowel, on top of each of the 4-gallon buckets comes a clip-on trowel that you can literally just clip on to any trowel that you have. That'll give you the proper spread rate and give you the best performance. As you can see, we've already got one out here that is fully installed for both methods. And now that we've done through that, we'll bring in assistant here. He'll spread out some showing you the proper way to install. All right, so as you can see with Ray troweling out the product here, key aspects is getting full coverage and making sure to really meter out the product with the correct trowel. Now, the timing on this is going to vary depending on your job. So with each job, you're gonna have to take in the porosity of the floor, the temperature, all these things will come into play. So you will want to test out some areas before you just spread out your product. Another critical thing is, depending on your room size, you may not be able to spread the entire room and still get a semi-wet install, which means if you spread your entire room and it happens to flash off a little sooner, the area where you started, you will not be going into it semi-wet, you will not get the best grab. Now, as you can see right here, the difference between fully dry and fresh installed, not only is there a color difference, you can see much more of an opaque yellow versus a translucent yellow, but also, watch with my finger. Now if I were to touch, I get no transfer. I touch and I turn, I still no transfer. So that would be too late to go into your product. Whereas, as it's still yellow, if I do touch, I'm gonna get transfer. This is way too soon. So we're gonna give this a few minutes to go to a semi-wet, and we'll demonstrate that in a few minutes. In the meantime, we're going to do the install with the roller. All right, so as you can see, while he's rolling out, similar things as when he was troweling, you want to make sure you have full coverage, because there could be some areas of the floor that are a little more porous than others. May need a little extra rolling in those spots, but critical things are the fact that you've applied it fully across, you smoothed it out, and that you have the same amount of opacity as you can see, which is a great indicator of where you have gone and where you have not. When you roll it, or whether you trowel it, you've got that brighter yellow, a little more opaque, whereas fully dry, it goes to a more translucent yellow. And same thing here, whether you put your thumb into it, no transfer, whereas going into it way too soon, touch it, you're gonna have that transfer. You do not want to have that transfer, especially even or a semi-wet, you don't want to go into with your sheet vinyl, because it's going to take forever for it to dry. You are essentially putting a waterproof blanket, as sheet vinyl will be, over a wet product that is water-based. We'll cut back over to here to look at our adhesive now that we've had some few minutes. All right, so we're going to give this a test. As you can see, the opacity is starting to fade, it's becoming more translucent, and we'll know for sure with the finger test. So I'm gonna put my thumb into it and just pull up. So right there, I don't have any of the adhesive on my thumb, so that is actually just perfect. Let's touch one more time. We're gonna give a little twist. I got a little bit on my thumb. That is critical timing right there. That is a perfect time to go into the product. So you saw, simple test, pull up, no transfer, turn, transfer. That is your critical window right there. It will vary from job to job, so just remember, test it rather than just time it. You're gonna get a much better performance out of it as you'll hit it at the optimal time. Best tool, it's always with you, your thumb. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for watching. Look forward to giving you any other tips, and look for any of our other videos out on YouTube. As we always say with all of our products, now that's perfect.